We're all hot. Welcome to the sports field.
You played it like 6 times. I'm like, I don't hear it. Do I?
You just tuned it out.
Yeah.
It's like that smoke alarm that just hasn't had a battery in your house for a year. You just stop hearing it.
Just like
every once in a while.
Can't get enough sports.
Like literally at my house.
You have people come over. They're like, "You gonna take care of that?" You're like, "Take care of what?"
It's not bothering me.
Dang.
Take my wife. No, please.
Jokes and jokes and jokes.
What?
Do not. Do not.
Now here's your hosts, Arthur Knight.
Hosts.
I'm gonna fix it. I'm plural.
Yeah.
We're gonna
How long
get
has it been?
We're gonna get our own song here soon.
Plural.
It's coming. As soon as Mike tells
been
me he's
waiting.
free for a Saturday.
He's been waiting for another Denver champion.
I got one in the works, so don't worry about it.
Oh, there
I'm
you go.
gonna show up with one all of a sudden. You're gonna
Nice.
be like, oh yeah.
See?
Oh yeah.
See?
All
It's
part
in
of
the works.
The master plan.
You heard it on the hot
Yes.
mics.
I think we're live.
We are live. You heard it on the hot mics. Mike's got one in the works. We will have a new open here soon. I know we've been saying it like, well, we, as in me, been saying it a lot lately, but we will have a new open. We're going to have a nice clean show. I've got a couple of new logos, everything going. You know, we're doing big things over here. So welcome to the Sports Fiend Show. I am Arthur Knight, and with me, as always, is Mr. Ryan Lagan and Mr. Michael Wharton, also known as Illy DeVoe. We are the Sports Fiends, and we'd like to welcome you all to the show, man. It's Thursday. It's the 5th of February, the year of our Lord and Savior. I'm just kidding.
2026.
2026.
It's gonna be a good year.
Who cares about the year?
The Ides of
Nobody cares about
February.
the year.
At this point, in the early to mid 40s, they just all blend together anyway.
It really does. It really does. I don't even know what today is really. But we will.
It's just one.
Break it down to make sure y'all see what I mean.
Well, speaking about seeing,
Nice.
we're brought to you by iEnvy Vision. iEnvy Vision is devoted to offering affordable and fashionable eye care. iEnvy is your eye care advocates. Their goal is to provide all with the education and awareness needed to make an informed decision about your vision and health. They are located off of Alameda and Buckley in Aurora, Colorado, but you can call today at 720-762-4290 or book online at ienvyvision.com. They take most medical insurance and Medicaid, so call or book today, 720-762-4290 or ienvyvision.com. That's 720-762-4290 or ienvyvision.com. iEnvy Vision, we see you. All right, well, and we see you, NBA. Don't forget to tell them the Sports Fiend sent you. But we see you, NBA. We see you making moves. Nuggets even making moves, making roster spots. We were talking about it on the Hot Mic segment coming into the show. Mike had a point about why the Nuggets were opening up a roster spot.
A second spot.
A second spot, yes, because they already had a roster spot already available to sign Spencer Jones, but opening up a second spot. You want to elaborate a little bit on that, Mike, why you feel like they did that?
Well, the buyout market is still available, and I feel like maybe the Nuggets, especially plagued by injury right now, they might be looking to rent somebody for the remainder of this season. You know what I mean? It's not entirely impossible, and it kind of makes sense considering that, you know, if the goal was to sign Spence, then they could have just done that. You know what I mean? And, you know, give him a regular contract, get him off that two-way.
Which they do have to do here soon.
Yes. Yeah. Clock's ticking.
Yes.
But now they've done a second one, and, you know, like, I don't know. I don't know if you guys knew this. I'm not the biggest Hunter Tyson fan. I mean, I'm sad to see him go. I bet he's a really nice.
You're so sad. Don't lie.
I bet he's
don't,
a really.
Don't try to hide it now. He's gone, Mike. You can talk about him. He left the room.
hate to see a white boy get shown the door, man.
Oh, okay. I mean, you still got CB.
Yeah. Yes. Well.
But he's more like a brother than
Yeah.
he's got
a little bit of.
He's got a little swag to him.
Yeah, some sauce. but no. So like, I feel like it would make sense if they could have signed Spencer Jaw anyways. Jones Jaw, dude got a big ass jaw.
Dude is a weird looking dude.
Yes. But he
Weird looking shot.
But he's got heart.
But he's got heart, and I love
got
the
heart.
way he plays.
Yeah, man.
Heart, man.
But no, they free up a second roster spot now. Maybe like save a little bit of money, whatever tiny bit of money that Tyson was making, and they can go out and try to pick somebody up that can maybe help for the remainder of the season. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, we'll talk. We'll get into who that could be.
Lonzo Ball.
I was wondering what your thoughts were on that. Should we go through the potential buyout? Nate?
Hey, man.
I think it's an interesting conversation.
Lonzo can play some defense. So.
I just
Nuggets
Nuggets
are
a little bit in my mouth.
Nuggets are lacking on the defensive side, though. They could use somebody with some decent defense, and he can make a 3 or 2 here or there.
It'd be cool to have Landeskog and Lonzo Ball in the same city. I mean, the only 2 people in professional sports with that injury playing in the same town.
No, I'm cool. Thank you.
It's a no for me, dog.
That is a hard pass in the nicest way possible. With all due respect, can I just say, with all due respect, no?
No, but okay. So for real though, so like, out of the other names that'd be on that buyout market, who would y'all be interested in? Because we're talking about like. Chris,
well, hold on.
Chris Paul?
It's your show.
We gonna talk about the buyout market.
All right.
But let's talk about all these trades. Let's talk about the trades that didn't happen. First of all, like Giannis is still in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Well, for the Bucks, I mean, they want to know where these potential draft picks they're getting are going to land. That being said, though, like, you'd think after 12 years you'd want to do right by Giannis and give the man the chance to compete for a championship this year after he gets back healthy. Now they're going to be in this weird place of, like, trying to keep these protected picks and slide into the lottery pick area without, like, obviously getting fined by the NBA for keeping him out when he's healthy or anything like that.
Right.
Like, I don't know how you balance that, but apparently they just didn't get an offer they liked. I know they were asking for quite a lot.
Yeah, he was a little bit expensive, and plus, that Milwaukee does not want to just like see Giannis go and then be stuck with his brothers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You are like fixing.
That's the main talking point around Giannis for you. I know. Yeah. I'm just happy he can go somewhere else in the East, to be honest.
Every time we mention this man's name, Mike's like, dude, the Milwaukee's going to be stuck with his brothers, like, or something to that effect.
I don't wish ill upon Milwaukee, you know what I'm saying? Like,
just Thanasis?
I can't with you, man.
They're like, fine, we'll keep Thanasis.
Oh man, okay. So they don't trade Giannis. Obviously they want to keep him and his brothers. Or like to your
hostage.
okay, but eventually they're gonna have to let him go. His contract will be up. But to Ryan's point, they probably did to have too high of a price tag on it, like just way too high.
Asking for like 4 or 5 first rounds or something.
Right.
And nobody has that really right now, because even I think the Nets have already really given up all of their like big capital that they could have given up.
Right.
So there's no real trade partners to give what they could desire.
Well,
it's not that he's not worth that. I'm not saying he's not worth that, because if the Nuggets had 4 first-round picks to give to get him,
right, and
didn't have to give away like the cream of the crop, like make that trade. Like, what are you talking about here?
And this has always been the struggle with trading guys that are MVP level players in the prime of their career still, is like, where are you going to go that can put a package together like that would be worth that dude? But then also, when you get there, there's still enough pieces left around you to truly compete for a championship, which is what they're trying to do by getting you in the first place, right? Like, unless you got a Nico Harrison situation where, you're giving away Luka Doncic for, pack of bubble gum and, some loose change out of your pocket.
Dude,
right?
they gave away Luka for 34 games of AD.
Right, exactly.
That's insane.
Exactly.
$1 instead of a pack of bubble gum.
But it's that much harder now too with the new CBA, right? Because you got to match the salary whenever you send him out too, really, without backing up all the Brinks trucks, and how are you going to put together a $54 million package for this dude and still have a championship roster left around him to compete afterwards?
$250 and a jawbreaker.
How are we negotiating here in the NBA nowadays?
Dude. I still can't believe that trade.
$1 and some envelopes.
Like the Lakers are actually playing better. They're out of the well. I haven't checked the standings, but they're not in the play-in anymore, right? They're
like they've been like a 4 or 5 seed most of the year. Yeah,
and they've stepped out of the shadow of that play-in game.
And they'll be better when they can reallocate that $55 million that's going to 41-year-old LeBron. You know?
I couldn't agree more with that.
Sorry, LeBron.
No, I'm not. I'm not at all. There's a. I've been waiting all day because, like, for real, because I've been wanting to say his name, Kristaps Porzingis. Because
who the F is Tingus Pingus? Sorry. I never heard of no Latavia.
I'm cutting those now. Now I'm cutting those. I'm cutting those down. Those are going to be on the board. Those are going to be drops. I'm telling you right now. All right, so Porzingis goes to Golden State, if I remember correctly.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And they traded
Kuminga and Buddy Hield.
Buddy Hield to what was
Atlanta.
Ingus Pingus?
Atlanta.
Man, this fool played me that clip one day at work, man. I was in tears. That was too funny. I can't hear that man's name right now. I hear Tingus Pingus.
Yeah.
I cannot.
And I say that with all the love of a Celtics fan that, you know, we won a championship with him. He's Tingus Pingus. It's okay.
It's Tingus Pingus, man. Anyway.
They really wanted Kuminga out of that locker room, clearly.
Clearly.
Oh, my gosh.
Because they took a China doll to get rid of him. But I think this does help Golden State, though. As long as he can stay healthy, it does help them because he get a true center.
Well, I think that's part of why Atlanta is trying to come off of him, because he's dealing with, it seems like, the same respiratory issues that he dealt with in the back end of the Boston tenure. And, you know, that's the tough part, man. I mean, you can stop everything else from breaking, but if you can't breathe out there, you know, that's obviously going to be, I mean, he's been good when he's been in, right? He just hasn't been able to extend any stretch of time on the floor, unfortunately. You know, I think for Golden State, it's not a this year move; it's a next year move. You know, given Jimmy Butler's situation. Otherwise, you try to make it work with Kuminga, right? Because Kuminga is the obvious, you know, wing piece that fits in those Jimmy Butler minutes without him on the floor otherwise, right? So the fact that even without Jimmy Butler, they still, you know, basically did whatever they could to get Kuminga out of there it just must have been such a bad locker room situation.
Facts. And then AG gets sent to the Wizards, right?
Yeah.
Or not AG, excuse me, AD.
AD, yeah.
Gets sent to the Wizards. Where did James Harden go? That's the one I'm not.
Cleveland.
I think that's a bad move, Cleveland. That's a bad move, Cleveland.
Yeah.
You got older, like more selfish, less defense.
The thought, I think, is like
magnificent beard though.
You can't
top tier
beard.
Top tiered.
Like might even be goated beard, but I'm sorry, I don't need that.
It is. So the only
make it make sense.
The only explanation for that is you're looking at this roster going, we can't run it back and come up short again because then Donovan Mitchell wants out next year, right? Because he's got like the last year of his deal, I think, is next year as well, right?
Facts.
And so your thought is we go all in. James Harden has been more productive as of late than oh god, what's the guy's name? Why is it escaping me? The dude they swapped. Yes, Garland. Thank you. Garland's, you know, had his moments when he was their offense, right? But you know, he's had a more and more diminished role as that team has gotten deeper. And you know, they're thinking this makes them better right now, and that's the only way to keep Mitchell around and have him sign an extension. I don't know why else you would do it. To your point,
man. I don't know. I mean, I know Garland does have some injury issues, and he's, I believe, even on IR right now. But still, man, that's just somebody's gonna have to give me a compelling argument. Let me check the chat because I need a compelling argument on why you would make that move. I mean, because I don't even think. Let me make sure because I don't think they traded him with any picks.
No, they did. Did
they? Okay.
They gave up draft capital to get Harden. That's the thing.
Yeah, see that's what I thought I read.
Right. Yeah.
I was gonna double check that I didn't read that in reverse.
I think it was a second rounder. Again, the thing is, like, James Harden is actually having the best year since basically he left Houston this year. He's averaging like 25 and 9 or something like that. It might be 24 and 8, but you know, Garland's in like the 17 and 6 range. Like his productivity has dropped off, and granted he's young, and part of that is, you know, who's around him. But the thought is that Harden is more productive right now, and they're focused on the East is wide open right now. You know.
Yeah, facts. Who you think is the winner and loser this out of the NBA right now, Mike?
Man, I don't know. They're about to have that potent two-man game in Brooklyn with Hunter Tyson and Michael Porter Jr. Man,
I can't with you.
All that's left is to sign another Antetokounmpo off the buyout market, and they'll be unstoppable.
I don't know. That's a good question, though. Could Milwaukee instead do a buyout? I don't know why they would, but could they?
Nah, you got it. You're gonna still get a good return in the offseason for Giannis. You know, you still.
You think there's gonna be a buyer?
Yeah, I mean, you might have to lower your asking price, realizing that you don't have another, you know, like punt to another trade deadline or another offseason. At that point, you got to make a move, right? But you're gonna get something, dude. You're gonna get something for sure.
All right, Mike, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I don't really. It was though there was a couple crazy moves, huge trade sending Anthony Davis away. Mavericks lost, like they lost. You know what I'm saying? They,
not just lost, they're losing.
They cut their losses.
I see that Chicago signed Mac McClung to a two-way.
Nice.
Does that mean he's about to win the dunk contest again?
Sounds like it.
Here's hoping.
Sounds like it.
Chicago was very active, huh?
So is
Yeah, they
Oklahoma
did make a
City,
lot
but
of
only to
moves.
dump like capital, because I think they know what's coming down the line with the contracts that they
There's
just
a
signed.
lot of money dumping this trade deadline for
Yeah.
sure, more than we've seen in a while. But I
Yeah.
think Chicago walked away with an entirely new roster, but then like 9 second-round draft picks, like literally 9 second-round draft picks. It's crazy.
It's gonna happen, but
Yeah.
because of the borderline, ridiculous cap rules, but that's kind of what the cap was designed to do anyways, for all these guys to move around.
Yeah.
Keep dynasties off the board and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? It's not the old NBA.
And that's really what you saw. Like, I feel like most trade deadlines, you're talking about, okay, who's pushing their chips in to go for a run in, this season? And a lot of it seemed like next season moves, right? I mean,
Yeah, it was pretty vanilla.
the Pacers trading 2 firsts and a second for Zubac, like, that's a next year move all the way.
Yeah, because Halliburton's not coming back until next season regardless.
Right.
Like, there's no way he's coming back this season. Even if he does,
Right.
they're not making a push where they're at right now.
The Wizards, trading for AD and Trae Young, like, that's not a this year move by any means. I was reading that.
That's a what move?
I guess next year. I mean, a lot of what I was reading was that a lot of this is driven by this belief in the NBA that this upcoming draft class is super strong, and then the one after that is going to be a lot weaker. So they're valuing these these future draft picks a lot differently. That and the CBA and forcing everyone to try to sneak under the apron in different ways. I mean, Boston's a great example of that too.
Yeah, what do y'all think about the Kings not moving off of Sabonis, Levine, DeRozan, or Monk for that matter? Were they asking too much?
I mean, you would think that they'd be in rebuild mode. They're very interesting.
Wasn't there-
Because there's buzz for all of those players right now.
right.
I swear there was rumors that they were putting on a liquidation sale. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
And they didn't trade any of them as far as I can see.
Right.
Not one of them. So they were either asking too much or maybe trying to light a fire up under the backsides of the players. I don't know why you would.
I don't know what the fire gets you when you're 11 and 35 or whatever they are.
I mean, they could make a run, but
I mean,
you'd be in that play-in, that 12th, 11th, 10.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be. Speaking of fire sales, is it not interesting that the Grizzlies couldn't get anyone to take John Morant off their hands?
I'm not surprised.
I mean, geez.
This is my surprised face.
How far did that stock fall?
Yeah, I mean, he seems like a nightmare in the locker room, and
outside the locker room.
Outside the locker room, he's a
at the games.
He's a menace.
Inside the games.
Yeah, in the games, outside the game, locker room, in the back alleyway.
Anywhere his lungs go.
Denver strip clubs. Get him in a Denver strip club.
Right,
It's
seriously.
dangerous.
Seems like there's chaos. Chaos knows where that man is. He doesn't go looking for trouble. Trouble knows where he's
It's
at.
kind of sad because he's really, really good and could contribute.
He's talented.
You know what I
man.
mean? Like
Yep.
he's an absolute monster when he's focused, but it just seems like there's a lot of extracurriculars that are affecting that right now. And I mean, he's got to think about long-term legacy, money, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Bro, that's what a lot of people don't think about in just their everyday life, not just him. Like you need to look ahead.
Right.
Like you don't need to like dwell on the future, live in the present, but look ahead, bro. Plan ahead.
Well,
Have something.
right. And it's one thing to talk about, like, obviously some of these dudes join the NBA and they're 19 years old and they're just kids. They're still learning, right? And like, obviously we were talking about Kuminga.
Well, it sounds like his dad is an older man and still has the same ignorant ass attitude.
Right. Well, that's what I mean. Like, I was going to use Kuminga as a comparison. Kuminga's still only 23 for how long he's been in the league, right? Acting, a fool. Like, I don't know if Draymond punched him behind the scenes and we just hadn't heard about it or what's going on over there. But, like, Ja's 26 now, man. He's been in the league, what, 6+ years?
Yeah, man.
Like,
grown ass man.
it's time. It's time to grow up, dude.
You're a grown ass man,
Like,
bro.
Longer than that, he's 7 years in the league.
You are a grown ass man,
It's
bro.
time.
Looks like Draymond's out the door.
Yeah, I think they shopped him. That's what they said, right?
Yeah. And he heard about it, and now how awkward is that? How many people need to get
That's the last man that you wanted to know that you were doing some shade
Right.
behind his back.
How many people got to get punched now?
Yeah, you gotta have a witness in that GM's office
Is
at all
Kerr
times.
is Kerr gonna get punched at practice now?
Right. Who's next?
Oh, hit him with the Latrell Sprewell.
Owns it. I'm probably the only one that remember. No, you probably remember that commercial too, right?
Yeah.
Remember that 3-point line? Owns it. Did
Yeah.
you ever see that commercial?
I'd have to
You're a little
watch it
young.
again.
You're a little young.
Thanks.
No, all right. All jokes aside, let me get to this read really quick because I do want to talk about the NBA buyout. Because there are some crazy names on here. One of which, when I read, Mark is going to cream his jeans. I'm telling you right now. I'm not going to say his name right now because I'm going to tease it because I know Mark is in the chat right now. And I'm gonna read that name.
Kyle Orton.
Kyle Orton. Drunk Kyle Orton. Is it that obvious? I'm sorry. I don't even need to. You killed the tease, bro.
Sorry.
But you are tuned into So High Media Network, the heartbeat of Denver from 4300 West Alameda. We don't just talk the game, we live it. Whether you are catching the deep dive industry talk on the Adam Dunn Show or the raw fan energy of Sports Fiends. Of the Sports Fiends, you are in the pit now, and in the pit, we feed the soul. Stop by the So High Cafe for our signature Viper Pit barbecue. We're talking 14-hour smoked brisket featuring the world-class Ozo coffee rub and that 5-cheese mac and cheese. Man, that mac and cheese, I miss it right now. Just reading that is bringing tears to my eyes right now. It's the fuel that powers the broadcast and Arthur's soul. So High Studios, where the culture meets the court. Visit us at sohighcafe.com or pull up at 4300 West Alameda. Now, back to the Sports Fiends. All right, so there's a lot of names on this list. I'm going to go down this list, and especially, you're a Celtics fan, Nuggets fan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm completely neutral.
Yep. Always neutral.
Always neutral.
Mr.
I'm always
Impartial.
neutral. I mean, you could tell by the way I'm dressed, I'm completely impartial, right? right? And I'm professional. Anyway, so in the buyout, I'm going to read these names, and I want you to let me know, thumbs up or thumbs down. Would you want this player on your team? If your team has the room or space on their roster to sign this player on a buyout, do you want them on your team? All right?
Okay.
Name number 1, point guard, Lonzo Ball. Mike.
Maybe.
Nah, there's no maybes. Thumbs up to thumbs down, bro. Did I say thumbs in the middle?
Nah, no. I mean, I think he's good on the defensive end, but I mean, he seems to be injury prone and inconsistent shooting. And
his 3-point shot is 27.2. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
Boston.
I wish I had 4 thumbs, so I give that jumper 4 thumbs down. No thanks. Sorry.
We'll take that as a yes.
And it's a shame because he was playing great ball before he got hurt, man. I would love to see him get back to where he was, and it'd be a different answer because he does a lot when he's at his best, but it's just not been. It's not been.
Maybe he needs the right fit.
You don't hear much about the balls lately.
Charlotte's actually looking a little
LaMelo's
up and up.
Actually, Lamelo's actually been playing pretty well.
Got pretty big ball in Charlotte.
So he's been balling, but like the rest of the balls have been like neglected by the mainstream media.
Can't neglect the balls like that.
Yeah, it's like the balls just kind of disappeared. You know what I mean? You used to just, every time you turn on the TV back in the day, you just see
the
balls.
Big ball,
just balls.
Brown head of LeVar.
They were going on every show.
And we've got the biggest balls of them all.
Like different combinations of balls.
Right. Anyone heard anything about LiAngelo?
No.
Nah.
Isn't he? He's rapping.
What country is he playing in? He's rapping?
He's a rapper.
Is he good?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Yes to he's rapping. No to he's good.
Sorry, Joe.
I was on a delayed response or something.
No, you're good.
All right, next one. Then we're going to start with Ryan. Chris Paul, point guard.
Whew. As a coach on the coaching staff, yeah, 100%.
Player coach?
Yeah,
Okay.
no, great in the locker room. I don't know if I want him on the floor anymore, but you know.
How's he great in the locker room? They traded him because he's terrible in the locker room.
Yeah, because Ty Lue's got a big ego. Like you can't have 2 of those guys in the same locker room, but having one of them is
2 non-winning
good.
coaches. I got you. Go.
Yeah, like 3, 4, 5 years ago. Yeah, but no, that's a no.
Okay. All right. I wouldn't actually mind Chris Paul for the same reasons that Ryan. I wouldn't mind him on the Nuggets, but they would have to. I don't want them giving up a roster spot for that.
It'd be like in a DeAndre Jordan capacity, you know.
He has no value in like a cunning vet that'll help coach up the young guys. We got a couple of those.
Now here's one that I would like the Nuggets to take a roster spot, and because I'm just giving you out right now. This is a yes for me. Mike Conley.
Yes.
I don't know. Is he not washed? I hate to be that guy.
Bro, I just want that defense.
Bro, he's 38. He's 6'1", 175. Do you think he's the same defensive version of himself anymore?
I do.
Of course he's fading, but I think he's got it still in him. And if he were to
in limited minutes,
if he were to find himself falling into a potential championship, situation right now, that might reinvigorate, a little bit. And if he's just a rental, then I don't know why not. He's the best option so far.
No balls for me is what Mark said in the chat.
The bar is a little low so far, I would say. But yeah, no, to me, it's the same thing as the Chris Paul situation. If you need that veteran presence to help coach up some young guys, then yes. I just think there's better fits than Denver for what he still brings to the table at this stage,
I would take with the backup point guard play that the Nuggets have had in the past 3 games, and we'll get to those last 3 games here momentarily. And this is nothing against Pickett. It's just that, he kind of flamed out just a little bit, kind of hit a wall. I would say a Mike Conley in a limited amount of minutes would be a welcomed addition, very similar to the Tim Hardaway Jr. situation with not as good jump shot. Words are hard. I just know that I would take him in a heartbeat right now, just to play that same Spencer Jones role right now. That's it. He's got 6 fouls to hit SGA in the chest 6 times in a playoff series. That's all I need him for. All right, so we got the yeas and nays on that. Now to Mark's. I teased it, and Mark has already blown it up in the First of all, he said no balls for me. I want to repeat that again. And then he also says no Conley. but Mason Plumlee is the next name on the list. Yay or nay, Ryan?
Do you have enough minutes for him if Jokic and Valley are both healthy?
I'm talking about on your team, brother, on the Boston Celtics. Would you take him on your team if they had a roster spot for him?
Not now that we just got Vucevic, which we didn't talk about, by the way. I think is a great move for us for this year. But
you talked a great deal. You could have brought it up.
I talk too much for the talk show.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said. I said you talked a great deal. You had a lot of words.
You're right. Yes, I try. Well, I think it's gratuitous if I'm always bringing up my own team all the time. Are
you serious right now?
It's a Denver show. If we were in Boston, it'd be different. Okay, I'm sorry. You're right. I should have brought it up. But yes,
bring up your team, man. We'll shut it down, but bring up your team.
I think I don't want to take any more minutes away from Keita, and Luka Garza hasn't played bad in the minutes that he's played either. So I think we're okay in that space. I think if anything, maybe more depth, in the backcourt with Simons taken out of that role for us is the higher priority right now.
Okay.
So not for my team, no.
Okay. Mike, Nuggets?
I mean, I think so. But so what is he listed as, a center?
I mean, he is a center.
Nobody's a center according to Arthur, though.
Oh, Mark said I don't want Mason. I'm surprised. Wait. Hold on.
He's an old familiar face, and he's got some hustle, and I think he's got a pretty good understanding of the game, but I just don't know where he'd fit in right now. You know what I'm saying?
He never fit into the Nuggets. That's why they had to trade him. The offense changes right when he steps onto the floor. It's not as fluid.
Yeah.
He's like the awful tower in that aspect. He needs another player.
You got Valley, so you don't need a Plumlee. That's the thing. Like
facts.
Speaking of, because I've been thinking about this minutes restriction that these guys are on, fresh off of injury, and Valanciunas playing like 28, 30 minutes a game. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Jokic playing. I know there was a game last night went into double OT, but I don't know, man. Are you happy that Valanciunas is getting the minutes you predicted he was going to get this season?
I remember y'all laughed at me. And he should have been getting those minutes at the beginning of the season so that Jokic wouldn't have gotten injured. But you know what? I don't want to go down that rabbit hole because we'll start arguing, and I want to get through this list.
Well, I'm going to put that back in the pocket for a couple minutes from now.
Yeah, pin that.
There
Give it about 7 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. I actually like this name, and I'm going to go with a yes. Chris Middleton, small forward. Mike.
I'm not familiar with his game. Is he defensive?
Bruh, he's won a championship with Giannis in Minnesota.
Yeah.
He's a two-way.
Right. Yeah.
He's a 3-and-D guy.
3-and-D?
3-and-D.
What's his price tag?
Right now he's you could probably say he's a buyout guy. So
he's 34 years old. So he's like what, like getting like to the near end of his prime, but probably still not falling apart physically.
In his prime, he was about 20 points a game. Now you're probably going to get about 14, 16 on a good night. But you get the experience of playoff experience. He's won a championship. He has a ring. You bring in a man that has a ring just like the rest of the bench that won a ring with the Denver Nuggets 2 or 3 years ago.
I feel like if we're going to be picking up somebody to insert into the lineup this year for a run this year that's going to be effective this year, they've got to be defensive because that's a place that the Nuggets are lacking right now. So
he's a good defensive player.
And if he can hit some threes, that could help too. Because the Nuggets some nights I'm like, what the hell's going on?
For real.
Last night Jokic was 1 for 13, and I know he's tired, and I know he's coming off that injury. Do you think that actually hurt the Nuggets? Do you think maybe having too much Jokic hurt the Nuggets last night?
I don't know, man. But I do know Middleton is a 3-time All-Star, so I'm reading that right now. He's 3-time All-Star.
I know it because I just read it.
I'm gonna take.
I know that for a fact.
I don't know about it's a fact, but I can research it. But
I can blame Yahoo Sports if it's not true.
Actually, I'm pretty sure that he is a 3-time All-Star, and he's a mid-range dude. I would take him hands down. I'm sorry, Ryan. Did you?
Yeah. So this is this would be my number one target on the buyout market by far.
Okay.
Unless you're explicitly needing a point guard or a center. This is a dude that can guard 2 through 4, shoots career 3-point percentage around 39%. He's long. He's not as mobile as he used to be. He's not the offensive threat he used to be. But he's also been kind of, he's been playing in the Washington offense where you could put a lot more attention on him. So I think the numbers you've seen in Washington the last year and a half maybe wouldn't do him complete justice in a better fit for his skill set. He's got a skill set that translates in a lot of different ways to a lot of different teams. This would absolutely be the guy I would try to target if you got the space for him.
All right, that's what's up. All right, Marvin Bagley. I know you probably won't know who that guy is, and that's okay.
You don't know Marvin Bagley?
Mark's researching him right now. Mike's researching him right now.
No, but then
you go.
It looks like he's not playing ever. Is he injured a lot?
He's kind of considered a bust.
Yeah.
At the center position.
I'm surprised that he hasn't had more success in this league coming out of Duke. He seemed like he was going to be a great, stretch forward, stretch center kind of player. He hasn't shown his ability to be, productive. He's still kind of young though, isn't he? Isn't he like 28 or something?
He's a young guy. He's a fairly young guy.
Yeah.
He drafted in 2018, so
let's see.
I don't know his age.
26. Oh my gosh, dude. 26. He still averages 10, 6, and 2. I think he could help if you need front court
He is shooting
depth.
42% from 3 this year.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. He's got a shot for his size, especially. I mean, I wouldn't want to rely on him for more than 15 or so minutes a game. But if you need some front court depth, I think he could be helpful. 100%.
Do you know why he's barely played? Is it injury or is he sitting the bench?
I think it's a lot of injury.
Yeah. I think
In fact, if you look back through his career since 2018-19, he only one season has he played more than half the games.
A lot of injury.
Also, that 42% is on half of a 3-point attempt per game. I don't think that he developed into the shooter that the NBA thought he was going to develop into when he came out of college, for what it's worth. But
All right, last name on this list because the rest aren't really viable or not really big names, but because of the Nuggets' struggles and woes at the guard position, besides obviously Jamal Murray, I'm going to throw this one out there. How about Eric Gordon, shooting guard?
he's still in the league, man. Oh my gosh.
I'm going to take that as a no from Ryan.
That's crazy.
He is still in the league, my guy.
He's only 37.
It feels like years since he's been relevant, though. He's been in the league since 2008, dude.
He hasn't played in weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
So is that a no from you?
No.
No, that's not a no, or no, that is a no.
That's a big.
I mean, yes, that's a no.
It's a no for me, dog.
He's seen better days, unfortunately. Sorry, Eric Gordon.
Yeah, I don't think I want him either.
Nah, man, with 5.5 points a game on the season.
I mean, the Nuggets could use that off the bench.
No.
No, y'all got
Mine's like no. I'm gonna go with a no.
y'all got plenty of scoring, right? You're just looking for defensive depth
He's got defense.
at 37.
I mean, what is
What's
it?
what's
Why
with
are
the-
you such an ageist?
You know,
Well, it's not just the age, but it's like if you're gonna be an effective defender at 37 plus, you gotta have some size. And you're talking about 6'1" Mike Conley and 6'3" Eric Gordon. It's the odds are against them being defensively proficient at that stage in their career, man.
Okay, says you.
Okay.
I'm pretty good at defense, and I'm 45.
But
But I'm not guarding the best in the world either. So there's that.
You're not guarding me, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
Now I can't wait to get back out there now. Now I can't wait to get back out there now. All right. So I have been enthralled in work the past few days. So I've been watching the games on record. But I'm just now seeing that Peyton Watson was put on IR.
Yeah,
4 to 6 weeks.
it's rough.
Well, they haven't officially announced a time frame, but he definitely did something to his hamstring.
What is in the water at Ball Arena?
It seems like there might be some issues with the training side of things, or I don't
that
know.
dude has been here for years.
It's the
He hasn't played, though.
record-setting number of back-to-backs they've played.
No, I'm not talking about Peyton Watson. I'm talking about the trainer.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
The trainer is the dude that Jokic attributes to him getting into shape and becoming the MVP.
There's been a lot of soft tissue injuries this year.
There really has.
It's the jet lag.
Could be all the flying around and
Especially, man, the hamstring,
The
knees,
back-to-backs.
the ankles. It's like,
No, it sucks. It's freak stuff, and
It's just- I
there's
think
only
it's
so much
just-
you can do about it.
it's just bad luck. And I'm just
Right.
all right, so now we need to go back to this buyout list again.
why?
No, I'm just kidding.
Start it over from the top.
Yep, let's try this again.
Who's gonna be P. Watt?
Well, the Nuggets have lost 3 in a row.
Yep.
First time they've lost 3 in a row in a long time. I know it's weird to say, but because I've never believed in like pretty losses or ugly wins. Like it's just, to me, you either won or you lost. But the thing is that they've played well even in these losses.
No, they have. They held in there with the Pistons, and then they took the Knicks to double overtime. That's a valiant effort, and these are the 2 best teams in the East. I mean, and beat up. I think that's not necessarily a.
Uh-oh.
That's not a.
What was that look for?
He said these are the 2 best teams in the East. That's what that look was for.
Two of the top teams in the East.
Yeah.
Oh, he's you mentioned Boston is what
both
he's
kind of
talking
on a
about.
hot streak. So I don't know what I'm supposed to say there.
No, they were 3 tough matchups, 100%. I think the Thunder game wasn't quite as close as that score is going to suggest, unfortunately. There's some garbage time clawing back happening there. But yeah, no, I mean, you don't want to see a 3-game losing streak happen as soon as Jokic gets back. You're thinking he's going to come back and put everything on his shoulders again. But, realistically, if they were different matchups, I think it would be a much bigger red flag for sure.
Dude, just side note, how good is almost cussed. How good is Jalen Brunson?
He's fantastic.
He's good, dude.
Bruh.
He's good.
Yep.
Bro.
He's
got that dog in him.
Sucks watching him sometimes when he just.
I mean, he does a little bit of that SGA crap,
Nah.
but
SGA.
it's
He's not that bad.
no. It's a very small portion of his
Yeah.
game.
I really, really like his game.
And if
I do too.
If he wasn't playing for one of our rivals, like I would want to root for it. Like he's
Like, if
like
he was on the buyout market, obviously wouldn't be on. But if you had a roster spot on your team, Jalen Brunson, I'd take him.
he's usually the smallest dude out there too. And there are just times where when he's feeling it, there's nothing you can do to stop that.
Smallest
man.
dude out there, almost averaging 10 rebounds a game.
Yeah. Shout out Jalen Brunson.
Like, come on, man. Yeah, big shout out, because he single-handedly killed the Nuggets.
They knocked us out of the playoffs last year, of course, and watching that series is so frustrating, man, because there were times where it's like, before he even goes into his move, like you're just watching him long enough, you're like, he's scoring. Like, there's nothing we can do. He's about to score. And
His
then he scores.
crossover is so tight, too. Like, it's crazy. Like, most body mechanics, when somebody tries to juke you with a crossover, it's they're doing this long reach and trying to get you to go one way. His is so short. He got oh man, I can't even remember. I don't think it was P Watt. It might have even been CB. But he did this quick jab to the left and crossed over to the right, man, and just went straight to the rack. Smart player too, like holding the ball, knowing that he didn't need to shoot it at the end of the game and just letting the clock run. And the Nuggets seemed to not know that they needed to foul him. I just a smart player. Anyways, I didn't mean to go down that rabbit hole.
No, it's okay. Was Nico Harrison the GM when Dallas let him walk, or was that before his?
No,
time
I
there?
believe that is still under his watch.
Sheesh, dude.
Still under his watch. So that dude single-handedly ruined the Dallas Mavericks franchise.
They need to rehire him so they can fire him again. Because that deserves
You
more
know
than
what?
one
We need you
firing.
to come in so that we can fire you all over again. We didn't fire you hard enough.
They're like, here, sign this. You're hired. He signs it. And here, sign this. You're done.
I'm gonna walk you through the streets of Dallas and do the Shane Bell behind you
Like,
a little
psych.
bit. Yeah.
He must walk the
Shame.
gauntlet.
Game of Thrones style.
Oh man, dude, if I was a Dallas Mavericks fan, man, like I would want like drag him through the streets, like
Tarred and feathered.
tarred and feathered, like no shoes,
That's
no
gotta
shirt,
be a really
starve him.
sad fan base.
Yeah.
Because at one point in time they were really, really good.
Yeah, but they're all Cowboys fans, so they deserve it. Like, sorry.
That's
Damn.
cold.
There's some cross pollination going
That's
on there.
cold right there. That was some low key shade with the Dallas Cowboys right there. But I share in that sentiment.
Yeah, I was
I'm
gonna
not
say,
gonna lie.
there's not low key about it. It's high key, man.
Yeah, I share in that sentiment. Okay.
Out in the
Well, the
open.
Nuggets have lost 3 games in a row, but the crazy thing is their field goal percentage, they're still second in. Their 3-point percentage, they're still second in. Scoring points, they're still second in. They were number 1, but they've had a few down games. But that 24th in rebounds, man, that's not good. But they're still in 3rd place as of right now.
They just need some defense.
Should Nuggets Nation be worried right now, though, man? The team keeps dropping like flies. Even with Jokic and his heroics, and even Murray, playing lights out. Can this team like make it across the finish line? Is this their year?
If they can like crawl out of this like pit of despair with all these injuries, then there's a legit chance that this team could be borderline.
Without the injuries, how good is this team?
No, they're borderline unbeatable. Like they would be up there with the Thunder. Like
Right.
But they've been plagued by the injury bug, and also sometimes I think they play decent defense, but not as often as they slack on defense. Like the defense has been lacking, and I don't know what the formula for that is. How crazy is it to see that Jokic got a triple-double last night, and he played terrible.
He does have a way of doing that.
Yeah, like he was really bad, but he still pulled the triple-double.
And by bad, he just wasn't efficient in his shooting. He missed a lot of threes. He even missed a lot of shots that he normally would make, and I think that's just fatigue, maybe. Not fatigue. Excuse me, like rust still.
Oh yeah, no, he's rusty. He's still got to acclimate. But I don't know. Is it an Adelman thing? Like Jokic, since he's been back, has been getting big minutes, like far beyond the cutoff for
Like
like
a
a
ramp back would be.
for a minutes restriction. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Putting him on a snap count.
His minute restriction is he's not playing 36 minutes. He's playing 34 minutes.
Yeah, and that's it's that's like the problem with that is twofold, because first of all, he's overplaying Jokic when he should be trying to ease him back in, and then you're keeping him in the game because you're desperate, because you're like lost in the sauce for this one game that's happening. You got to win this one game. It's just one game.
He's falling into the
you gotta
same
win
trap that Coach Malone did.
Exactly, and it kind of tripping me out. I was telling somebody today that like Malone didn't have a bench to dip into, and so he didn't trust those guys. So he was like, I gotta play these guys. You know what I'm saying? And he ran his starters into the ground.
Right.
But this year, the bench has proven that they are
More than capable
of winning games, and they should have Adelman's trust by now. So, and then even that little strip where Jokic wasn't back yet, but Jonas was back. He was playing like 30 minutes a game. He should have been like 22 minutes a game on a minutes restriction. So then it's like the same deal, you know. You kind of we finally got a center back, so he's like, oh, I got to have a big guy out there. But he's kind of like, and he always preaches post game, and when he does radio interviews, Adelman's talking about minute restrictions, and he's got it, you know, how essential that is to making sure these guys stay healthy, and he's kind of forgetting about that mid game when he's putting guys in.
I agree. Any thoughts on that, Ryan?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the hope with all of the injuries is like you get the faith in the deeper bench. We've talked about it all year, right? And so to be at this point now where, you don't necessarily get the impression Adelman trusts those lineups the way that he should, what does that mean for this team even as people do get back healthy? And obviously we want to see, the best version of themselves get some minutes together to get that time to gel and get the chemistry, right? Because there are some new additions to that version of this Nuggets team. But you can't look at this team and not help feel like, there's all the potential in the world. I mean, before 2 nights ago they had the best road record in the NBA. Still, they're like 14-10 at home at a mile high, which they're always seems like invincible at home, right? So, the ceiling is very high. It's just a matter of like can they actually string a runway of healthy, chemistry filled Adelman trusts this kind of thing lineups together long enough to climb this big hill that's the OKC Thunder in the West, right?
Well, it helps that SGA's out for a few weeks,
And you don't need to
I think
catch them.
they'll fall back to earth a
But
little bit.
you don't need to catch them and get the 1 seed, right? Like
Right.
All you need to do,
stay in the 3.
yeah, maybe a 3, right? So you don't have to play the
Like,
Thunder
you're gonna have to
in the
see 'em, but not in
semis,
the
right,
first round.
exactly, or hopefully not the second round either, right? But the West is so deep, man. Like you stumble too much, and all of a sudden you could be staring at like a play-in game very, very quickly. You know,
and playing more basketball than you really want to play. Excuse me.
I mean, you're a game and a half out of the 7 seed right now, even though you're the 3. Like,
That's how close knit.
right.
Yeah.
And that's the West every single year. Like,
It's a gauntlet.
and all these teams, like, have been making these moves. Like, Lakers added Kennard. Minnesota made a bunch of changes at the deadline. Houston's, you got to imagine outside of Durant, they're so young, they're only going to keep getting better, right? Like, it's not going to get easier. So
No. The West is stacked, man.
I mean, the Clippers punted, but outside of that, like,
And the fact that like San Antonio is so young but so good. I kind of feel bad for Pop that, age and time is, undefeated. But he basically got back to, because he's still in the front office, right? So he's building the team that they're playing with right now.
right. He's got his fingerprints all over that still,
Exactly. Like he really does. He basically has created this whole team. And the fact that they're second in the West and so young, their average age is like 22 or 21 or something like that is incredible. It's also scary.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not going
it
anywhere.
Sucks that they're not in the East. Please go to the East and play his team 6 times a year or something, not our team.
It's funny.
But, I like San Antonio. I've always liked San Antonio, even when they would beat the Nuggets when they had, Ginobili, Parker, and dang, why am I missing that boy's name? Tim Duncan.
I was gonna say, like, the piece, the
Just
resistance.
brain farted right on his name.
I was like, is he
My
trying to name it
bad.
Robinson? Like, what's the
mean,
hold up
even-
here?
I wasn't a big San Antonio fan during the Robinson years up
okay.
until Duncan got there.
Sure.
I just always loved the way Tim Duncan played the game. He approaches the game how I love the game to be played. Very similar to Jokic. Like they're very fundamental. They play the game with the smart play, not the flashy play. And I love flashy plays, and Jokic does give flashy plays, but it's still, his flashy plays are still smart, and that's what makes him great, right? That's what makes his plays just even that much more like, did you just see that behind the back pass to P-Watt for a dunk?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Well, it's just all the element of neither of them being super outspoken people, and so like it takes an overwhelming amount of people have to shout it from the rooftops, give these men their flowers because they're not going to advocate for themselves, right? They're not doing it for the recognition, right? They're just out there, grinding and winning games. But
hey, man, and that's all you need to do.
yeah,
That's all you honestly really need to do. How about in these last few minutes, let's talk about Jamal Murray finally getting his flowers.
It's about damn time.
It really is, and I've been probably the most, and I love Jamal, I really do, but I've been one of his harshest critics, because he's making max dollars, and this is his first All-Star. I tip my hat. This is his best year. Now, granted, before he hit his knee or injured his knee, he was on the rise. He really was. 2 50-point games to get the Nuggets back and down from down 3-1 is no feat, nothing to sneeze at, really. You know what I mean? Like, he was on the rise. The Nuggets probably could have won a championship the year he blew his knee out, and they had traded for AG. They were playing so well in those last few games until he hurt himself. But the thing is that he's been making a max contract for a lot of years now. He's in his late 20s, early 30s now, and some of that money that he's earned, he hasn't really earned. Because of the fact that he hasn't been an all-star until this year. But this year, Jamal Murray has been playoff Murray since the beginning of the season, and that's what I think the Denver Nuggets have sorely missed. He was coming in, according to rumors, he was coming in out of shape every year. This is the first year that he's come in shape. He's averaging 25 plus, not to mention he's facilitating, he's rebounding, he's healthy. He seems like he has a spring in his step. He's efficient with his shooting. Some of these shots he makes is incredible. But he's been making big time money, and he hasn't made an all-star until this year. So is it rightfully so that he gets his flowers this year, or is it just let's see him consistently. Let's see him do this again next year. What do you think?
I just want to say, I think, looking at where we are right now in this moment, it would have been hard to imagine this when we were watching, Team Canada's bench Jamal, struggle to have any impact on a game whatsoever. When right around basically when this contract extension conversation was first happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was hard not to feel like that was a lot of money for a guy that just hadn't done, that level of performance consistently outside of, those couple of playoff runs. But we always felt like he had it in him because we had seen it when it mattered most in those playoff runs, right? So to see him put together this stretch for the length that he has, I mean, I think max contracts are tough, right? With how much, the salary cap constricts you. Like, you really want to see him sustain this more than just, 2/3 of a season, of course, right? But it has got to be very validating for, the Nuggets as an organization to see him finally put together a season like this, like we felt like he was capable of all along and just had never actually seen it.
We kept seeing flashes of it, but not a consistent basis of it. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
He always started out cold, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, like I said, the rumor is that he was coming in out of shape. Just like thinking his talent,
maybe not even out of shape, just not in not where he should be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He thought his talent would just carry him like straight through, and for a lot of years it did, until up until this point where you get benched in the world, playing in the world. It's a humbling experience,
Right.
But what about you, Mike? I'm just give him his flowers, or
no, I think he's always been that good, and inconsistency might have been an issue, something that was talked about quite a bit, and or coming into whatever seasons. He missed 2 seasons. He messed his knee up real bad. It was 2 seasons, you know what I'm saying? And maybe it took a little while for him to get back from that. And I don't know what happened during the Olympics. Am I that boring?
Yeah, jeez.
Holy moly.
No, I'm that tired, bro. I work nights. Get off my back. Get off my back. I was yawning this whole time. Even when I'm talking, I'm
That's
yawning.
Funny.
I don't know. I think that he's just finally getting all the pieces put together. You know what I'm saying? It took a while to maybe figure out what his routine needed to be and his rhythm. And he started out. He came out the gate hot this season, and it's been a blessing because he's kind of been one of the main reasons that the Nuggets have been able to stay afloat with all these injuries, all these guys missing. You know what I'm saying? But no, and to Ryan's point, like, it does got to be like maybe a little bit of a sigh of relief from the Nuggets,
right?
From the
we were right.
The front office has to be like be able to sit back and relax in their chair now because their very, very expensive player is paying out the way they wanted him to.
They still need at least another ring before you can really say that, though.
Yeah. And then
not for his own personal accolades, but for them as a team, an organization, the Denver Nuggets. Kind of need they need at least one more ring to justify Maul's contracts.
And I think it's pretty awesome that he can put that badge on, All-Star. But
Yeah.
I just don't like this format they're doing this year, and it just seems like it takes away a little bit of the prestige that comes with being an All-Star.
Well, now he's going to get to play because SGA's not playing.
Yeah.
He's no longer a reserve now, right?
But especially because it's like USA versus the world, and there's limited roster spots on the world team. The fact that in some of those names that were going in there, the fact that Jamal is among those names, that's got to be a pretty big honor, and I think I agree with it.
Okay.
He's having a great season.
He is having a monster season, man.
I like the play to this number concept, though, for what it's worth. I thought that was really fun when they did that. I think they should, find a way to fit that into, like, regular season overtimes or something. I was hearing them talk about that on the radio today. I was like, yeah, actually, I would buy into that.
All right, well, explain that a little bit.
So basically, instead of having a clock, like, okay, we played this score, win by 2 or whatever.
Like 21.
Right. So instead of having, like, the foul game, instead of having these rushed, possessions and these, takes 20 minutes to play 30 seconds of basketball, like,
you actually have to work to get the point.
You get organic basketball all the way up until the end, and the game always wins on, on the last shot, essentially. There's always a game-winning shot that takes place.
Got to win by 2?
Yeah.
Got it. All right.
Look at that. A whole
we're
hour.
Educating.
And we didn't talk about the Super Bowl.
Well,
You can tell how much it means to us here in Denver.
it really, yeah.
We're so excited about the Super Bowl. Are we even allowed to say that on here? Like, can't they like sue
No,
the
you have to.
out of you?
You have to say the big game.
The
You
big
cannot-
game.
Yeah, you
Oh,
cannot
no, I
say.
was talking about this extra large toilet. That,
He's talking about this thing we're about to go light up. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, he said the Super Bowl.
Supra.
Womp womp.
We will be giving you guys some content coming from the party, the big game party, live from Mr. Mark El Presidente's house. I took time off for this. I put in vacation for this. I'm gonna be there.
We going live from Marquis?
I don't know if we're going live from Marquis. I mean, that's up to Mark. I don't mind, but
Send
because
him the key, you might see us partying. No, we'll save that content for somebody else.
yeah,
Different
I meant just like at least some content. Like we're gonna get some picks and stuff like that. So don't worry about it. You didn't get it. You didn't get our picks and everything today, but check out our Facebook. Check out all of our social media. We will be posting clips and our picks and who's gonna win, the scores, etc. But as for this week, that is gonna do it for us. That is a wrap. So we will see y'all next week at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Have a good week, Sports Fiends. We love you. Thank you. Follow us on social media, Sports Fiends with the Z's. We'll see y'all next week. Deuces.
Yup.